Hello, Change. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Keep going. Hello, Bear. Hello, Vincent. How are you? Hello, Cheyenne. Hey, Cece. How are you? What is this? Great job. Okay. Am I supposed to do something? Okay. I don't know. It said I completed some quests. Hey. Yeah, I know. I followed you back. Hello. How's the Avengers Tower? Hello, King Happy. How are you? And hello, Joshua. Hello. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate it. Oh, your dad is Iron Man? I did. Hey, Bree. Thank you, Cece. Thank you, King Happy. I appreciate that. Hello, Daniel and Abby. Hey, Bree. Thank you, Get Out. Thank you. I appreciate it. How are you, Bree? Did you remember the turkey? Thank you, Bree. That's very sweet of you. Conway. Oh, you're dating Loki? That's interesting. Thank you, King Happy. Thank you, Bree. I appreciate it. Good. I'm glad you did. Somebody decided to have some turkey. Aren't I funny? Hey, thank you. Thank you, reality. Yeah, Joshua, it is music and ambiance of Winterfell, Snowfall at Dusk. It seemed fitting. It was either that or Tavern, and this is more recognizable than just random Tavern. Thank you for the repost. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is like it's a slowed down version of the Stark music, actually. And then it's like kind of mixed in with some other stuff. I don't know, it's really good. I like it. They have a bunch of them. Hello, Jesse. How are you? So, because of tomorrow. Cracker Barrel. Oh, he's very overprotective. Very cool. Mostly Cracker Barrel. We're a small family, and my mom didn't want to cook, and I don't that well. So, all right. So I thought it would be interesting because there are so many. I grabbed the cookbooks. I have 3. 2 are unofficial and 1's official. I thought we would poke around those just for giggles, because it's appropriate. Hey, country boy. Hello, Christopher. Hello, 5 a.m. How are you? Thank you, Rocky. Okay, Peaches, love you. Because, you know, we can't get much, but we get cookbooks. Hi. Thank you, Rocky. I appreciate it. This one I've had for a really long time. Let me see if there's a year. This is the unofficial cookbook that came out in 2012. This one's really old. I'm good, Jesse. Thank you for asking. Then this is the official Feast of Ice and Fire. And then I have Feast of the Dragon, and it's unofficial House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. I like the cover of this one. So, thanks, y'all. Okay, what does this say? View. Okay, pin. Gotcha. Thank you, country boy. Appreciate it. So let's look at let's go in years. So this is the oldest one. I can promise you this. Hey, nobody. I think all of them have lemon cakes. I think that's the one thing they all have. Okay, so this one's broken down into breakfast for warriors, appetizers and snack, a morsel in a moment, something off the sideboard, sides and bread, fireside fare, soup, stews, and salads, and then feast for friends and enemies, main courses. All right, we're gonna just like scan these and pick out some that sound funny. Most of these, they make sense, but they have like silly names. Like one's called Ghost Chicken, and one's called Dothraki Duck, which is amusing. Hello, Brogan, how are you? Hello, Key. Okay, so... Okay, Tywin Lannister's garlic sausage. There's a lot of people that probably wouldn't mind seeing Tywin Lannister's garlic sausage. Yeah. I'm gonna try to see if any of these actually are something that's mentioned. Okay, Northern Harvest oat biscuits. I know oat cakes are in the books. Beef and bacon pie. I feel like there's something like that. Let's see. Back at the wall, cream of wheat. And let's see. Fried breakfast. All of these, they kind of have like a British feel, so... Do I have 10,000 turkey for Drogon? He's already snacking on one, can't you tell? Because he eats goat and turkey. And if anyone tells you otherwise, it's propaganda. Right? Yes, Ben, I am. How are you? If I'm not, then what am I doing? That'd be kind of weird. Yep. He is. He is a growing boy. Doesn't he look happy? See? It's obviously webbed feet. Don't believe anything other than the fact that he eats animals. Okay. He's never done anything wrong, ever. He never will do anything wrong. Ugh, snails and garlic. We're not doing that. I doubt Sandor Clegane eats pickled pig's feet, but I guess there's a chance. Here we go. Here's one. 58. He does. He likes them very well done. Well, actually, technically, it's not... The food he cooks is not well done. Because when Daenerys is, like, starving, she grabs, like, some meat that's left over. And it's kind of just seared. It's kind of, like, just cooked on the outside. And kind of rare. You know, if you're a dragon... you don't really care too much about like medium well. Yeah. Okay, so Giscari spiced honeyed locusts. His power is insignificant compared to the forest. Brian, watch it, okay? Because I'll go ahead and tell you something. Thank you, Rob. My dragon kicks your force's ass. And if you don't like that, you can go. So you better go ahead. Figure out if you're going to be a little weirdo or not. So we'll know what to do with you. We'll wait. Either in-sell or out-sell. It's totally up to you. Thank you, Loon Turd. I appreciate it. In-sell or out-sell? What are you? Hey, Jeffrey. You quiet now? Did I frighten you? You thought you'd come in here and Jedi something? This is not the live you're looking for. Move along. Yes, I'm an icon. I'm aware. Okay, well, don't be rude in my live stream. If you come in here and the first thing you say is rude, it's a bit odd, right? Hey, Micro Penis! Thank you for sharing the live, Rocky. Micro, where have you been? We were talking about you the other day. Yes. He's a very good boy. So would anybody actually try Kaskari spiced honeyed locusts? Oh, it does say if you prefer a more mundane meat in your stir fry, you can substitute 2 chicken breasts for the locust. That's nice. Yeah. Brie, I agree. I agree. If you're gonna come in here and talk about how the Force is superior, like, we don't have time for that. Go find somebody that's dressed up like Star Trek or Wars or whatever. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Get a life. Which, when I said get a life, I'm actually quoting William Shatner. So, like, we're multi-fandom and we love all different kinds of nerdy stuff. We just don't like rude. You like ham? I could tell you a really weird story about a girl that's on TikTok that ate a can of beans. I don't know if I can say it. Thank you, Brie. She found something really weird in the can of beans. Do I like House of the Dragon? I liked season 1 of House of the Dragon, yes. And I hope season 3 is better than season 2. So yeah. I really want season 3 to be good because if it's not, then that's going to directly affect what we have in the future. Thank you, Rob. Actually, hold on a second. I might have a discussion about that. Let me check something. We might. What? Don't know what she says, all lie, nobody believe you. Is English your second language? Apparently. Oh wow, and you disappeared just like that. Okay. Okay, so there is a person that very famously told us about the season finale of Game of Thrones. Actually, some other stuff about season 8. And they ended up being correct, okay? That same person has divulged some information about House of the Dragon season 3. My question to y'all is, would you like to talk about a little of it or not? I haven't even looked to see what it says, and it might be very interesting. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh my god, y'all. No, it's not finished. So, okay, this is like literally like written out in pages. All right, let's go over this, okay? Wait a minute. Okay, y'all. This is a big deal. He posted 4 pages of supposed the sequel to Game of Thrones. Thank you, Mannix. Y'all want me to read this to you? I love having insider information. Now, I will tell you this. This could be from that Snow series that never was greenlit, or this might be real. The guy that posted it has been right so far. Thank you, Daniel. So, hold on a second. It wants me to do something for Live Fest. Give me just a sec. Okay, wow. Y'all, I can't... Oh yeah, okay, fuck the cookbooks. We're gonna talk about this, right? So... Episode 1 of a supposed sequel. Episode 1 is 10 years later. 10 years later. This is so... Okay, I'm sorry, y'all, but like this person is the person that like told us about the bells. So they've never been wrong. All right? This is insane. Chris, like this is nuts. Okay, so 10 years later, status of the realm. 10 years after Daenerys burned King's Landing and Jon unalived her, Westeros has settled into an uneasy peace. Thank you, Daniel. King Bran rules with calm detachment. Sansa, now married to Harwood Stout, rules an expanding and prosperous north. Their son Robb is heir. The wall has melted, and the land beyond is now fertile. Jon Snow, Lord Commander of the Watch, maintains his small order of the Night's Watch. He secretly has a daughter, Snow, hidden with her mother Tula. Okay, now, let's pause for a minute. Why in the hell would he name his daughter Snow? Mannix, yeah, yes. She's in the next episode. Exactly. That's weird. All right, put a spear in that. Okay, there's an inciting incident. Arya's ship is ambushed by Victorian Greyjoy. Her crew is gone. Arya barely survives, washing up on Laura Point. I don't know where Laura Point is. Arya awakens in Tula's cottage, where Snow watches her with curiosity. Tula recognizes Arya instantly as Jon's sister, whom she met at Winterfell. That is true. I don't understand the daughter being named Snow thing, unless it's a placeholder. I don't know. But again, guys, this is from the same person that told us about the bells. So, all right, now that's episode 1. Okay, I haven't read any of this. This is the first time for me too. Episode 2, The Drowned God. Arya's recovery and trek. Arya regains her strength and begins traveling with Tula and her daughter Snow. I guess that is her name. Snow reveals uncanny instincts around animals and the land, hinting at something deeper. Okay, so that would mean Jon's daughter is a warg, which that tracks. Okay, rising threat. Victorian retakes the Iron Isles. He unalives Yara and launches brutal raids across the western shores. He burns Lannisport. All right, so in episode 2, a Dornish plot line is introduced. Quentin Martell meets Griff Connington and the young man claiming to be Aegon Targaryen. Y'all, if any of this is true, I'm gonna lose my mind. I would say this is BS if it didn't come from this specific person. Like, all right. So, they discuss conquest of King's Landing and their plan to restore Aegon. Okay, so is Jon going to continue to be known as Jon? Thank you, by the way, Jess. Is Jon going to be continued to be Jon and then we're going to have an Aegon show up? Because, like, y'all... Ravens flood King's Landing. Victarion is advancing. Hey, Chucky. So you're telling me that there's been a discussion and you're bringing in characters that Dan and Dave chose not to include. And you're giving Victarion, it seems like he's getting part of Euron's story. Okay. Oh God, if I read this entire thing and Daenerys isn't brought back, like, I might cry. If I cry, y'all just be nice to me. Yeah. Yeah, true. It would probably really confuse people, though. Okay. Episode 3. Messages in the Dark. And this isn't even... He also said a bunch of stuff about Season 3 of House of the Dragon. We haven't gotten to that. King's Landing. Bran sends Tyrion and Bronn west to counter Victarion's raids. Rumors swirl about a Targaryen heir appearing in Dorne. At Castle Black, wait a minute. Y'all, like, I might get emotional. All right, just love me, okay? Grey Worm arrives for the annual inspection of Jon's punishment. He grows suspicious. Like, I would cry just to see Grey Worm. Like, y'all have to know that. He discovers Tula's secret raven, revealing Arya is alive and Jon has a daughter. Grey Worm leads the Unsullied to Tula's village. So I assume the exile... Thank you, Lou. I assume the exile means he can't have kids, I guess. The village is destroyed and Tula is killed. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this because you're making it seem like this is like negative about Grey Worm. I don't like that. Arya, Snow, and Tormund narrowly escape to the Shadow Tower. And the end is Jon is seized and thrown into a cell by the Unsullied at Castle Black. Which, okay, actually, that's fine. I mean, I'm sorry for Tula, whoever the hell she is. But it made no sense that Grey Worm would have just let Jon be in exile in the north anyway. And they would actually at least make it make more sense. Because it just, none of that made any sense. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, this is episode 4, and we haven't... There's no Daenerys so far, which... Country boy, it just depends on how it's... Yeah, throwing... Yeah, that sounds like it's making Grey Worm being into a bad guy, but like he unalived Daenerys, so Grey Worm's not going to be very happy with him. So, I mean, if you're in exile and you're allowed to live and there are stipulations and you just ignore those, because it said that's his secret daughter. I mean, you don't get to have your frozen cake and eat it too, which sounds like what he did. Okay, episode 4 is Shattered Walls. This is Arya, Snow, and Tormund. They travel south toward Winterfell. Arya begins noticing that Snow seems connected to something she doesn't understand. Which, that doesn't make any sense because, like, Arya had Nymeria. If she's a warg, wouldn't that... Whatever. Sansa receives Arya secretly and vows to protect Snow. Grey Worm leaves Castle Black to ride south to Dorne, leaving a detachment at the wall. Tormund has a counterstrike. He organizes a northern raiding force. He attacks Castle Black and Jon is freed. All right, let me find the next part. Okay, I don't want to miss anything, and these are kind of out of order. Okay, so that's through episode 4, so I need to find 5. What's this? 1, 3, 4. What? Oh God, if this is one of those things where there's no middle, because I have 8, 9, and 10. No, I don't want to have I don't want to not have the middle. Did he not post it? Hold on. I guess there's no middle. I guess all he has the beginning and the end. Let me scroll and make sure. No. Sorry, I can't say where I'm looking because I'll get in trouble. But I mean, like, if y'all want to know, you know how to ask me. I'm just gonna make sure that the middle's nowhere. And if it's not, then we'll just go with 8. Looks like a 10 episode thing. Okay. That's all we got. Okay, let me get back. Alright. I don't really know how I feel about this. Damn, he's been saying a lot. Hold on. That would be about right. Okay. So, episode 8. Alright. 5th Blackfire Rebellion. Westeros at war. Aegon advances on King's Landing with the Dornish host and Drogon? No. No. If this is true, I won't watch it. I will not watch this. I won't. No. If Aegon is a Daenerys replacement, I will not watch it. That's what this is implying. That he's gonna bond with Drogon and they're not bringing Daenerys back. I will not watch this. Tyrion and Bronn engage Victarion's fleets in brutal naval battles in Blackwater Bay. And then Jon and Arya race west to help Bran. Bran reveals privately to Jon, Tyrion, and Sam, Aegon is no true son of Rhaegar. He's a Blackfire descendant. Both armies encircle the capital. A parley is called. Episode 9 is called Trial by 7. Aegon refuses peace. He demands a trial by 7 in the Dragon Pit. King Bran 7. Jon Snow, Tormund, Bronn, Brienne, Podrick, Gendry, and Arya. Aegon 7 is Aegon, Griff, Victarion, Grey Worm, Edric Dane, Anders, Ronwood, I don't even know who the fuck that is, Raleigh Duckfield. Ladies and gentlemen, Raleigh Duckfield. Who the fuck is that? The battle. So Grey Worm and Drogon are supposed to go support, they're going to support a Blackfire pretender. That is trash. That's trash. You're going to give the very tiny little bit that's left of Daenerys to fucking Fagon? That is dog shit trash. Okay, if this is the script that they tried to push and it never got greenlit, now I know why. Now I know why. The only way this can exist is if Amelia just said no. And God knows I would say no to this. Okay, the battle's brutal, evenly matched. Bronn unalives Ronwood, whoever the hell that is. Brienne kills Duckfield. Podrick is slain by Dane. Sorry, I mean, I'm not trying to laugh. It's kind of funny. Tormund unalives Victarion. And then Jon unalives Grey Worm. No. This is awful. Arya unalives Griff because Arya gets to unalive every main character. And then Gendry unalives Dane. Aegon stands alone. What? The pit shaking as Drogon approaches? Okay, in the episode 10, at the Dragon Pit, the final confrontation, Drogon crashes into the Dragon Pit. Aegon tries to command him and fails. Oh my God, y'all, if this were true, this is making a mockery of the Dragon Bond even. Like it's either a yes or a no. It's not a halvesy thing. There's not a wonky Dragon Bond. That's trash. Snow steps forward, fearless. Oh my God, Drogon bows to Snow. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I bet this is real. Snow. Is Snow supposed to make us feel better? Let me guess, does she have blonde hair? Mannix, no, we don't know that this is true. This is posted on a place edit. Yeah, I know. Apparently she's still superhuman. If this is true and they tried to like push this, y'all, I literally would not watch this. I don't think I could. So Drogon bows to Snow. Aegon's in. Facing defeat and the truth of his bloodline, Aegon refuses exile to the Night's Watch and falls upon his own sword. Hey, Luna. Talk about depressing. The aftermath. Armies stand down, peace returns, Bran's rule is stabilized. Jon, accompanied by his daughter Snow, returns to Castle Black and resumes his quiet, chosen exile. Final scene. Jon stands at the edge of the ruined wall with Snow and Drogon circling overhead. A new age beginning beyond the world men know. So somebody's idea was to do a sequel, but the end is Daenerys is still dead and Jon's still in exile. And we're supposed to feel better because some bitch named Snow is flying with Drogon, but what do you mean a new age? There's only one dragon, you dumbass. This is bad, y'all. This is some garbage. This is bad. I've read so much fan fiction that is so better than this. Like, that's so bad. Oh, all the comments are saying what we're saying. Yeah, everybody, all the comments are saying this is dumb as hell. Somebody called it the winds of whatever happened there. Uh, uh, yeah, like everybody's just saying the same thing, right? We are, that that's just bad. My favorite part is when Jon and Daenerys beat the others, but then Jon wakes up from his nightmare and goes, I guess I had a dream of spring. Hey, Ty, thank you. My favorite part is when Daenerys and Jon are laying in bed, and she looks at him and says, so that's it, huh? We're some kind of song of ice and fire. I love people. Eh, nobody thinks it sounds decent at all. Pretty much everybody's like saying that just sounds garbage. Let me see what else he has. You know what though? Do you know what would actually make sense? Because they had a story, and then the whole reason that it never. Oh my God, y'all! Do you remember the name? Do you remember the name of the show was going to be Snow? And we all thought that was weird. That's what this is. This is that Snow series that got pitched and never went anywhere. That because and then later on Kit said it was because they couldn't come up with a satisfying ending. That's what this is. This is that old show from years ago. Because that lines up. I bet that's what this is. Because it's like just like a outline. If so, this is the reason it wasn't greenlit. That actually makes sense. You know, I bet that's exactly what that is. Damn. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. I I mean, like that would be real, y'all. There'd be no point in that because it literally like ends just Jon's still in exile. Bran is still king. Like that, there would be no point. Like it didn't make any sense at all. All right, let's see what else I can find. Okay, so there's a rumor that Helena's gonna have a glass candle. Okay, I'm sorry. I just found that funny. Happy 4-day weekend. John, we just read like some BS that might have been a story that was pitched as a sequel. Okay. So supposedly, all right. Aegon reclaims Sunfire in episode 5. Okay. Wait a minute. What's this? Sorry, it's a Google Drive. Okay, this totally makes sense. Okay, he's not saying that this was like this is gonna happen. This is his pitch. This is the guy that had the leaks. That's his pitch. Okay, all right. Here's the middle part. I didn't see the Google Drive. So the middle part is Episode 5, The Prince in the Shadows. Aegon formally reveals himself to Grey Worm. Grey Worm, motivated by a burning hatred of Jon and his desire for justice, pledges the Unsullied to Aegon's claim. Aegon sends Victarion east to find Drogon. Drogon is sighted, panic spreads. Aegon receives the horned dragon binder from Victarion and prepares for conquest. So that's why he supposedly has a wonky whatever. Jon arrives and reunites with Arya and Snow. Jon learns Sansa plans to send Arya and Snow into exile for their safety. Arya, Jon, Snow, and Tormund depart for Essos. Y'all, I'm sorry. Like, bless his heart. Like, he's really gotten us some, like, good leaks. But, like, this is his little idea. And it's just not... oh, this is cringe. Victarion returns with news. Drogon has been driven toward Aegon's army. Whispers spread. The dragon has answered. Y'all, no, God, I've written fan fiction better than this. And they're like, y'all, they are like, y'all, they're ripping him a new asshole in the comments. He should have known. Plus, that would confuse the hell out of people because you're like throwing in all these people from the books that nobody knows who they are. Okay, so that's on his little Google Drive. I wouldn't, but honestly though, the little Snow series was probably something about that. It was probably something similar to that. He also has a 221-page proposal for the Blackfire Rebellion. I'm not reading that. I'm not. Lord Bacon, I am the queen of dragons and everything else. If you don't believe me, check it out. He's already had a turkey. Okay. All right. So as far as House of the Dragon, you end season 3 with Larys arriving in King's Landing to sow seeds of chaos and Hugh turning on Daemon at Tumbleton. The end of season 4 is Rhaenyra getting eaten. I don't know how y'all are gonna feel about this. Alright, so you know Ryan Condal recently said that House of the Dragon might last more than 4 seasons. This says that season 5 is the Hour of the Wolf. The beginning of season 5 would start with the God's Eye. Y'all, I just don't see how they can drag that out. Do y'all? Yeah, KGB, I'm with you on that shit. God, yes. I don't think they should make it more than 4 seasons. That's just really dragging it out. Dragging it out. Yeah, just like, if you're confused, then how in the hell would people that have never read the books follow any of that? Yeah, that's just his idea. Okay. The show might go past season 4. There are 2 ways of doing this. Go even further off Fire and Blood, like having Aemon and Daemon fight at Second Battle of Tumbleton, or season 5 would be the Regency of Aegon III. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so apparently Damon's going to be everywhere in season 3. Lakeshore, Red Fork, Fish Feed, into the Butcher's Ball, Taking of King's Landing, and Tumbleton. So Matt Smith is single-handedly gonna do all of season 3 of House of the Dragon. Oh, Jesus Christ. So Daemon takes fake Daeron back to King's Landing. The real Daeron has red hair. That will make Daemon look dumb. If Daemon falls for a fake Daeron, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Like, I would find that funny. I don't know. Like, that's the thing, Chris. Like, I think some of this is BS and ridiculous, but we've gotten so much BS that's ridiculous, I'm kind of like... Let me see what else. Hey, wait a minute. What is that drama? Hold on. There's some Night of the Seven Kingdoms spoilers. This just... Oh, there's some pictures. That's him with Sir Arlen and Pennytree. Okay, that's... this is when he's trying to find any knight who knew Sir Arlen to vouch for him. I would assume that's the guy that's like, I don't remember who the hell that is. And then he's like, well, he died for you. And he's like, oh, well, I guess. Hello. Okay, I don't know if this is a joke or not, but it says episode 3, tournament and games take place. Lord Blackwood dies after a joust with Lord Bracken. And all it is a picture of Henry Cavill. Okay. Actually, that's all we need. None of this really seems like this. It's basically just like following the actual book. That way, what is that? I think Bloodraven might make an appearance. Seeing how Bloodraven has been manipulating events, even in Game of Thrones, showrunner stated that magic will not be used in the show, so who knows? Also, a passage in the Mystery Knight that states Bloodraven can change faces. Yeah, no shit. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with Bloodraven making an appearance in Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I just, like, I think he's cool. I don't know if people will really follow who it's supposed to be and why, probably. I don't see anything problematic about Night of the Seven Kingdoms, though, so that's fine. Jesus Christ, though, that script for Snow, like, they're literally, like, yeah, they're not being nice about that. That just would be dumb as hell. Okay. Okay, so there's a rumor that Rohan Weber will appear for a setup for a Sworn Sword. So that's kind of cool. I like that because I cosplay her. I like her. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, that's supposed to be the actress. She's really pretty. I love that. Thank you, Parker. If that's true, that's perfect. She already has really long red hair, too. Ah. And yeah, I forgot that is Tywin's grandmother. That's cute. I love her. Okay, all the comments are like, hell yeah on that. Okay, there's just a bunch of people saying that that's great. There's a lot of people complaining that we don't have a book. Yeah, I get that. I mean, like, just, it's fine. Okay. I don't know how to tell y'all this. Okay. This is really stupid, and it's probably not true, but this is coming from the same person. He says that Henry Cavill does have a very small part in a joust, and, like, I guess he dies, and that's it. If Henry Cavill appears... I'm sorry. If Henry Cavill appears in Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I will laugh so hard. I will literally be in pain. Like, I need y'all to know that. Okay, so there's all of that. If you want any more of that, you can ask me. That was just a lot. It was way more than I thought it would be. He's probably right about Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't know about Henry Cavill, but I don't think House of the Dragon should go past 4 seasons. Yeah, that's so much to process. And I've been, like, so busy today. Like, I didn't expect to be reading all that and trying to, like, figure that out. God bless him, though. I love creative people, and that's a cute little story and all that. But Jesus Christ, dude, that would be the most depressing ending. And why would John have a daughter named Snow? But it also makes me wonder if parts of that weren't in that script, and that's why they shelved it. I don't know. Yeah, that's way too much to process. Anyway. So, I have a million other things I need to do to get ready for tomorrow. That was more entertaining than I thought we were just going to go through a cookbook, but that was a lot more interesting than that. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and then I'll be back on Friday, and I'll try to dig around and see if there's anything else with this, and let you guys know on Friday. But I hope everyone, if you participate in Thanksgiving, I hope everyone has a very nice Thanksgiving. Don't worry about any of this. Just enjoy your food, and I'm sure season 3 of House of the Dragon will be epic. There's no sarcasm. Am I gonna have any deals for Black Friday? Yeah, obviously. Go to my website. There's already a sale. Duh. You know what they should do? They should have a team Black Friday deal. That would be really funny. Somebody tell them I said that, by the way. They missed out. That would have been actually hilarious. Yeah, actually, KGB, on Friday, I'm posting a video that you're gonna probably find very funny. That will be posted on Friday. A Team Green sale, but like that doesn't go with Black Friday. Like Team Black Friday. You know what? That's fine. We can laugh about that in the boat all day long, as we don't have to think about Jon Snow having some rando daughter that's flying around with Drogon. God. I thought he was trying to say that that was real. That's he apparently submitted that story to God knows who. If that's the case, then like I'm gonna do some very crude drawings and I'm gonna submit those. Jesus Christ. I'm like reading that, I'm like, this is baby says. But I mean, you gotta love somebody's creativity. Right? Don't we? Maybe? Anyway. I hope everyone has a very nice Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I will see you guys Friday night. I'm gonna go finish doing Thanksgiving stuff and chill, which I've not got to do today. But anyway, love y'all so